We listen and we don't judge.
Hello, everybody.
Says you.
And welcome to our little stream here. We're getting ready to get started. There is an empty seat at the table because we are expecting a Stephen sometime, but he's not here and it's time to start. So we'll see when he shows up. Hope you guys are ready for whatever happens tonight. I hope I'm ready for whatever happens tonight. We will see. But before we get into that, just a few quick announcements and reminders as always. We do put all of our video content up on our YouTube channel, so you can go out there, check it out, hit like and subscribe. Make sure that you turn on your notifications and you will be notified anytime that videos do get posted. I try to be timely about it. Sometimes it doesn't work, but at this point, as of right now, we are up to date and all the videos have been posted. So everything is there. You can go back and watch whatever you want to your heart's content. There is quite a lot of it because we do put our full playthrough videos up. We do have a number of different campaigns up. This one, our previous run, Danny's done some campaigns for us. Lance and Braden both have run things for us, one-shots, all kinds of fun stuff. So it is all out there. There's loads and loads of stuff for you to watch. You can see sort of the evolution of the dungeon that we have found ourselves in playing D&D. So be sure that you go and check all of that out. If you're ever confused about what the schedule is going to be any given week, we do post it on our Discord server, so be sure that you're checking that out as well. If there's any changes that we have to make to our regular schedule, we'll let you guys know there. We're just here doing this for fun. No particular aspirations of making money, although it would be nice. We are doing this as amateurs and we're just having fun with it. Sometimes the schedule changes and we do strive to let you guys know so that you're not showing up and having us not be here. So be sure you check out the Discord server and you'll always know when stuff is happening. I think that takes care of most of our normal pre-show announcements. So at this point I can turn it over to the table to see about someone wanting to do a recap of what happened last week. I think we should make Stephen do it, since he's been gone for a couple of weeks.
No, I've actually just won this time.
Shockingly.
Okay,
Got that in stereo. Wow.
So last week we started and stuff happened.
Yeah,
Excellent.
riveting.
Wow.
Nobody died.
I was going to be so impressed if you actually were able to do a recap because you got to watch it.
No, I didn't get to watch it.
So who would like to help him out there?
Oh, it was a big one. It was a doozy.
It was a doozy. I can do it.
All right, go for it.
Killian, last time Killian asked us all to meet up after some discussing with some heads of the Pellinor. Although Lucas and Simi struggled to get back to the tower because Simi is drunk and are attacked by bandits, Simi quickly gets put unconscious.
Oh.
And Lucas fireballs them to go away.
There might have been some estimation errors in the strength of the bandits.
Oops.
Everyone arrives on the bridge, and Killian shakes Lucas's hand, telling him he's a brave man, because he just had a talk with Corel and gives us the rundown of what happened there. We decide to use Seabiscuit to the tower and ask it to scan the cathedral. It told us there were 36 level 0 class entities. It also told us that there is one level 2 class that has demonic essences, another level 2 undead, and a hell font. which is a portal to hell. We use a long-range scanner and see that Corell is talking to what appears to be Master Amakir. Zoigan talks to Simi and suggests we might be able to find help in the Armada, as well as discussing what it means to be a champion. Sort of a little bit of theology talk. We discuss a plan. It's do we want Rosk alive or dead for the coming conflict? Weighing our options, we decide to go and ally with ourselves with Rosk. We also found out that Rosk never got the note that Killian sent him, that he was going to see Corell. And Rosk lets us all in. We private sanctum, arcane lock, his office, and then we inform him and educate Rosk about everything. From what happened with the Empress, to what's going on with the Armada, to what we currently know about Corell and Amakir. We discussed plans with him. There was talk that we stage a phase 2 or a re-happening of the plague from 2 years ago. Rosk just wants to hold a powerful position in the next government. There is talk that Itzot would help the cause more if we can get him here to sort of help with that.
If you kill Grandmaster Ron, I'm gonna be so cross with you.
It just means you'll have to inherit the position, O champion of justice.
Oh, champion.
And Simi assures that there will be no friction between Rosk and us. As honestly, go back and watch Rosk's emotions during that time. He had a fun ride the last hour.
That was a good
We talk about the resources we could possibly use and what he can try and get for us. And then we leave Rosk to deal with his side of things. And I believe we're going to go see Dominic's parents. So that is where we left off.
All right. Anyone have anything else they wanted to add? Anything of importance, of note, that might have been missed?
I
No?
said things.
You said
That were
things.
good things.
Yeah.
to
Oh, that was
say.
part of my recap.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Simi spent most of the time incredibly moody because she knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
True.
It's a good thing I was unconscious through all this.
Right.
Very true. Very true.
Simi wishes she was. She was trying real hard to be drunk through the whole thing, but here we are.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
All right. So you all are, where were you all? You were on the bridge, right? Or you were about to
I
no,
just-
no.
We were headed to the
Dominant.
Bramble
We were headed to
Bramble
Bramble
Branch
Branch.
house.
All right.
I'm just hoping there's nothing wrong.
Where did we leave
I think we were headed
I'm
down.
probably still on the
Artemis?
bridge.
Let me check.
but-
I feel like
Let's
he was on the
see.
bridge
Yeah.
dealing with a sudden
A
influx
download
of information.
That's right. I forgot that you
Yep,
downloaded
somebody
it.
made a poor choice of words and was gifted so much
Knowledge.
I just wanted a hand manual.
That last thing that happened was that you got the Spelljammer manual downloaded into you. So that could be finished now.
Yeah, so let's have you make a Constitution saving throw.
I could be a 12.
12?
A new hand
I mean-
touches the beacon.
Yeah, you're kind of aware of what's going on around you.
Some would say too aware.
But I mean, you haven't been able to sort of pull control of your body back together yet.
That's fair.
There is actually, ironically enough, sort of a wider bit of awareness sort of tickling at the back of your skull just a little bit. It's hard to describe because it's unlike anything you've experienced before.
Okay. Is that something? I'll try to parse through the manual. Is that something that has come as a result of this download?
Make me an Arcana check.
Actually, relatively good at these. 22.
Yes, very much so.
Interesting. So what is it?
So you're poking into it, prodding into it. Okay. Just make me a straight intelligence check.
That I'm not so good at. 6.
6. Okay. So you sort of mentally prod into this wider awareness, and your senses are just overwhelmed with sensory input of all different kinds of data.
Gotcha.
There's auditory data from pretty much every floor inside the tower. There's vision, and some of it is just static. It's like open channels listening to the void, the energies of the void sort of beating against the sensors. It's just open channels. Some of it's like somebody. You've got a mic just sitting there, and somebody turned the gain way up, and all you're hearing is that hissy static from some of those areas. Some areas you are hearing like snippets of conversation as people are passing by sensors, but even those are not super clear. It's like they're staticky, and the channels are trying to fill in. There's visual stimuli. You are bombarded with the visual sensors from the ship, sort of trying to push information into your brain. Some of them are super wide angle fisheye. Some of them are really very narrow telephoto. Some of them are not even visible light. Some of them are looking at. Well, you don't have any concept of what you're looking at as Artemis, but for Stephen, you are looking at other parts of the electromagnetic spectrum.
Gotcha.
So all kinds of information is just flooding into you. You have no context for any of it. It is overwhelming.
Can I turn it off?
Yes.
Like, is there a way that I can prune off, or do I have to turn the whole thing off?
At this point, you just have to turn the whole thing off.
Okay,
You don't have
yeah.
to find the control yet to be able to sift through the data. You just have to turn it all off.
Okay. Something to work on for later. Oh, because you got your manual from him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I was trying to remember, you should have that too, because you interfaced with the ship, but in a different way.
Yes. He
With
had a
and
conduit.
Your manual is from a tower that's exploded. Okay.
All right. So it will. You do feel like it will probably be a little bit of time before you're able to sort of pull yourself together and move. But now that you kind of know what's lurking in the back of your head and have been able to turn it off, you feel like maybe you'll be able to eventually climb to your feet and be mobile again.
If you turned it off and back on again.
I'll just wait. I will pick at things
Okay.
and try to pull information into the foreground of consciousness
Okay.
for a little while I'm
Okay. we will come back around to that and work your way through being able to interface with the ship. For the rest of you all are on your way to the Bramble Patch hutch. And what's the conversation like, if anything, on your way there?
If anything.
If anything.
Okay, so make sure when you guys show up to wipe your feet. It's going to be really crowded in there. There's not a ton of room. Mom and Dad are really nice, so it shouldn't be a big issue. Mom might have a pot of food on. Just be prepared. She's going to offer you tons of food, if not the whole pantry. So just be prepared. thing that's going to happen. I'm just making conversation as we're walking. You know how it is. It's just-
Okay.
Fair enough.
Don't worry, I'll.
I did just throw up too, so I feel like once things settle, I will be hungry again.
I'm sure Mom has something for that.
Worry not, I'll take this burden upon myself.
Try not to eat the whole family out of house and home.
Is that a challenge?
No.
Okay. I will be considerate.
Consider my options.
I was considerate. I considered what I was doing to them as I did it.
Ooh, are we going to have a struggle getting everybody in?
I don't know how big this place is.
I don't know. Maybe.
And not by in, I mean like through all of this to the...
Oh. Oh, to get there?
Mm-hmm.
Disguise self. I look like a different halfling. Totally different.
This nose was clearly broken. Give yourself a nose whistle.
No. I have tawny eyes.
All right, so the four of you find yourself standing outside a very somewhat humble little home. For Killian, it is a familiar locale, obviously. For Dom, it is also a very familiar locale. For the other two, it's humble. It's nothing fancy. Given the nature of the occupants, it doesn't really feel like a prison cell. It doesn't feel like they're prisoners. They pretty much have free run, but then again, they're also not in their home lands. So,
Where are they gonna go?
you know, freedom is, a relative term
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Difficult to hide.
Yes.
True.
Low ceiling.
Let's with the door here. Yeah, well, just okay. I'll do like our family secret knock to make sure they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
all
family
it is.
secret
Yeah.
knock.
That's all it is.
Is this secret everyone?
You gotta be real careful though. If the bunnies are hiding, sometimes they burst through the wall.
Then I'll open the door and I'll go inside and I'll kind of just gesture for everybody to.
All right. So much as you have prepared your friends, your mother is sort of bustling around the kitchen, preparing a meal of some kind. Not a huge one because she was expecting only herself and your father.
Uh-huh.
So as you sort of knock and walk in, she looks back at you. Her eyes get wide, and she sort of, one sec, disappears into the pantry.
I told you it was gonna happen.
I mean, you don't have to. It's okay.
Oh no, what kind of hostess would I be if I didn't offer you food?
I think one that didn't know that they were being a hostess.
That's no excuse. And she comes out sort of carrying this armful of food of various kinds, veg, a little bit of sausage, a ham, looks like a couple of great big fish, and starts bustling about, and just starts having, it looks like she's having a fit trying to get everything put together. So what brings you by here, son?
Well, I mean, I live here.
Well, yeah, but last I heard you were off on adventures.
Well, I mean, adventures are postponed. There's the
Again.
Armada. There's all sorts of. It's crazy. We might need to sit down and talk. Where's Dad?
He should be back in any time. He was out on the South 40 looking at some stuff.
Okay.
We've had gophers out there.
Like the small ones, not like the ones.
Yeah, the small,
the
small
city
ones.
gophers.
Yeah,
City.
I wouldn't call them city gophers necessarily, but they're the regular gophers, not like our neighbors back.
Yeah, not like the Pete's. Yeah.
Yeah, not like the Pete's.
You have to look me up. I'm not the boy.
But no, I do. Well, I guess while we're waiting for Dad, can I help you?
Yeah, for sure. If you want to keep stirring the stock over there, I'll chop up veg. And,
Yeah, you guys. That table's wonderful. If you can help Mom kind of get the table set and stuff like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I remember the one friend. Who are these others?
Oh goodness. Well, the other two.
Yeah.
How much do you want
See,
to
I
tell
didn't
them?
even think of that.
How much?
Well, Mom,
Both of them. How much do you want to tell them?
Well, I mean, they're kind of part of this already.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
yeah.
should-
I mean, how much secrets do you keep from Mom and Dad?
Okay. Would you be so kind?
Oh, hi.
No.
What?
Gotta secure the place.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at what's in the pot.
Beat me to it.
Right. I started casting.
I will help
Pirate
set the
Sanctum.
table while we wait
Okay.
for our friend to be.
Okay. Remind me how Private Sanctum works. Is it?
Yeah, give me a second. Pull it
Because
up.
who knows who might already have things here. Though we have no idea. But
Or
I mean,
watching us in other ways.
I mean,
You
were
make an
brought
area within
sort of against
range,
your will, so I would also
secure,
be
blah, blah,
watching
blah, blah, range, da, da, da. When you cast a spell, you provide what sort of security the spell provides, choosing any or all of the following. I'm going to do all of the following. Can't pass through. Sound can't pass through the barrier of the edge of the warded area. The barrier of the warded area appears dark and foggy, preventing vision, including dark vision through it. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear inside the protected area or pass through the barrier at its perimeter. Creatures in the area can't be targeted by divination spells. Nothing can teleport into or out of the warded area. Planar travel is blocked within the warded area, and casting this in the same spot for a year makes it permanent.
Okay. But people can pass through the barrier.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure.
Physical people can pass
Physical
through,
people can pass through,
but can't teleport in or see through.
Right. They
with
have to
divination.
actually like walk through
Yep.
it.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure. And sound from outside cannot get in either.
Is that what it says, or does it?
About what specifically?
Sound.
Sound can't.
Can't go past the border.
From,
But
well, it
outside
can't go.
can go
It
in.
can't go out from the inside out. Can sounds outside it come in? Does it just say sound can't pass the
sound
barrier?
can't pass through the barrier at the edge of the warded area.
Okay, yeah. So yes.
Okay. All right then. This will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the private sanctum goes up. Those of you who have been around it often enough know the effects. You've seen it before. It is no surprise to you. Mom, on the other hand, is like, what's going on? Eh?
so my friends have magic, and it's more of like
Snitch.
Yes. Your friends are very
hey,
special.
Mom has magic too. We're just we don't believe in the old gods. Yeah.
Okay.
The true
We
gods.
need to guarantee some privacy and security if we're going to be able to talk freely.
I see. What kind of friends have you made?
That's
Oh well,
special
no,
kind.
never mind. I remember the last time this one was here. It's fine. Okay, sure.
I mean, and you told me I needed to get up to some trouble, so.
Well, yeah. I
Boy,
just
did we find it.
That sounds like there's a story. Chop, 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 but we'll save it for when Father gets home.
What are your parents' names again?
Oh goodness.
Great question.
Good question, because I don't think I wrote it down.
Bugs and-
Blossom is my mom, and I can't remember my dad's name. Harvey is my dad's name.
That's what it was.
You're right.
Yep.
Harvey and Blossom.
Harvey Blossom Bunny. That makes me happy.
I guess while we're waiting, Mom, I've always questioned. I know I've asked you a few times, but why did you decide to follow? Is it Nades? Is Nades? Is that the right one? The god of death.
Yeah, Keith, what are your gods' names?
I have a card for that. Thank you very much.
He wrote it down this time.
So does she follow death, or did she follow life?
She follows death. Dad follows life.
Right. Oh, well, it's one of those things. It's a part of the natural cycle.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing lasts forever, and so certainly not us, not people. So there has to be an endpoint somewhere, and someone has to take care of that part of the process.
You're in the house of a serial killer.
I just think it's just really interesting because Dad is, Saren and you're Nadies. It's just kind of.
We find that the balance really sort of works well together.
Yeah.
Life is a cycle. It's one great big circle.
It's true.
Life leads to death. Death can lead to life. It's a whole thing. So it works well together.
It doesn't help that they're beastkin.
Right?
Circle of life.
Okay, and stop with that. Stop with that. No
Copyright strike.
no copyright strikes from the House of Mouse, please.
He was here last week.
Right? So yeah, I mean, why?
So I guess the god and goddesses of life and death are kind of having a disagreement, argument over me in a way.
Oh,
Really, I don't know. My friends can talk to them in a way. I've heard them. This is great. Like, first time I was with them, like I actually heard Sarah. Like it was. Technically, it was like on a multi-person thing. They were talking to us at the same time. It was a whole adventure story.
Zoom call.
But they're real. Well, not that they didn't believe they weren't real before. But
so
it's
she
like,
reaches over and sort of does the hand to the forehead things. Like, are you sick? Are you okay? Have you been eating enough?
I eat here every day.
You feed me. Oh. Well, okay. So it's not okay. Have you been drinking?
I don't know. No. Only Kevin.
Have you been drinking water enough? Have you been getting enough water, and not enough of the other, or too much?
I mean, I could
not too
definitely
much
do
of the other.
more.
No, that's generally my thing.
Oh.
Not enough
Poor
Dr. Pepper.
Well, okay.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna look out the window and see if Dad's here yet.
So you do see him.
You're just like, and come on.
So you do see him.
So they're doing the secret knock and nobody's answering.
So you do see him sort of on his way, and he's talking with looks like maybe somebody else who was out working in the field as well.
Just
They're
seeing.
both sort of like dusty and dirty. The other one has some traps that have been triggered and little gophers hanging from them. Got a few others that have been triggered and don't have anything in them, so not real sure what that's all about. But they wave to each other, and Harvey sort of comes back towards the house. From your vantage point, you see him sort of. You see him walk up to the front door, and just kind of stop, cock his head, scratch between his ears. And he sort of puts his hands out in front of him.
Oh, I'm going to head over to the door.
Because all he can see is the barrier. And can't hear anything, and he sort of he gets to the edge, and you can see his knuckles rap against the door frame.
I'm just going to open the door.
He can't see it because it opens inside, and
I'm just going to reach through and grab him and pull him through. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
So,
You're having a
so
conversation
as
with
he
your mom.
comes through, as he appears, he's got a hand dagger coming up next to wherever your arm is, aiming for the spot right under your chin, and he only just is able to stop it. You do kind of feel the pressure of the blade point right against your chin.
Hello,
Oh.
Harvey.
Oh,
No knifies, please.
it's you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Word a fool next time.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So what's with the weird, like,
Oh,
black barrier
well,
thingy?
we needed to discuss some things with you and your wife, and I think Dominic was gonna maybe fill you guys in on some stuff, but we need some privacy to safely do that.
Okay then.
Your wife is preparing food.
Oh, well, any talk can wait until dinner is on the table. I should go help.
These people have strange priorities.
Food is priority.
Rabbits.
Fair.
At least we haven't gotten to any other priorities.
Yeah, hey, our stereotype.
I mean, the last time you showed up, your mom and dad came
It's true.
out in their, robes. So, meanwhile, back at the Talon.
Seabiscuit, and this is elemental. Those things like the one that I'm wearing, can I reach out to anybody wearing them like they did to me?
If they are in range, affirmative.
Please define range.
You get an idea, and it comes sort of in multi phases. It is all at once. You get this sort of there's a verbalization that you don't recognize. In units, you don't recognize.
Hectares, what the
But it is also accompanied by, there's sort of this asterisk next to it, and you get this sort of footnote disclaimer, environmental conditions heavily weigh on the range, and blah, 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 blah. And then after that, there's this whole, like, almost instantaneous flash of, like, current condition math that flows through your brain, and that then feeds into this whole, like, three-dimensional wireframe model that pops up in front of your eyes.
Oh, perfect. I
You
understand
gotta
this.
learn to stop asking questions.
Okay.
And sensing your discomfort, you feel like there's maybe a little bit of throttling of the information, a little bit of filtering, and you get a sense that it's actually, for your purposes in your brain, it's a couple of miles.
Okay.
Not enough to cover the whole city, but probably, depending on where your friends are, maybe they're close enough to hear it.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say, can you reach out to the captain? Wait, okay. Actually, how does this work, Seabiscuit? Do I have to, like, give you the exact words to say, and then you just, like, relay them? Or,
It's a good question.
like, functionally, is this a, like, a voicemail? Or is this a, like, it's gonna blink on their little thing and say, hey, somebody wants to talk to you?
Less voicemail, more communicator. Think,
Okay,
So
perfect.
so think in terms of sending stones.
You tap it, it makes a little beeping noise, and other people tap theirs to.
Right, and you have to, like,
Uh-huh.
you have to look like
yeah.
you're making music to actually say
think
anything.
think in terms of sending stones.
Okay.
Just with different range, because those have a lot longer range.
Yeah, they're like on a plane
Right.
or whatever.
Seabiscuit is operating on limited power resources at the moment, so that's part of what's factoring into that.
Gotcha. Can you please let me talk to the captain?
Scanning. What?
No, I do not have
What?
a communicator.
No. What last name did I give you again?
Shadowkeeper.
No. Captain Shadowkeeper is outside outside scanning range.
What about the engineer? Because I think you guys are the only ones with defined roles, right?
Mhm.
Does it know your last name?
That's up to you.
How much of it does it know?
Keith remember? your
That's what I was
last
about to say.
name?
Does Keith know Killian's last name?
I don't know that I remember it. It's I have forgotten.
Arkwright.
Arkwright. Engineer Arkwright is outside scanning range.
Okay, well, I'll just keep prodding at, at things.
Make me an intelligence check.
2 from a natural 1.
Nope. Unfortunately, so you keep picking at it, but each time each time you jiggle something loose, it's like the whole flood of information again, and you have to turn it back off and start again.
Starting to sound like Lucas.
All of us say that. That's great.
Makes me happy.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. Okay.
Did you just become
Not intentionally.
very
But
Wizard of Oz?
yeah, it was very Wizard of Oz, and I realized it and I stopped. So.
I mean, the copyright claim from that one won't be as bad.
Wizard of Oz.
True.
I don't know.
Was
I don't
that
know.
on the 20th?
It might be.
Well, but
No,
if
no,
you
no.
use
the
it often enough,
It was during
it
World War II
extends
that came out, I
the-
think.
Wait, then how come Winnie the Pooh is? It's used often enough. Sorry, we go back on track.
Yeah.
But this is tangent.
So the parts of Pooh that are in public domain are the parts from the books.
yeah.
So you can't
Disney
you can't
license
use
is
Yellow
different.
Bear with red shirt or like
You free Pooh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So all of the original characters are in the public domain.
Uh-huh.
The 100 Acre Woods, things like that, are in the public domain. The Gopher is not, because that is a Disney creation.
Gotcha.
The music.
The music
It's
is
not.
not.
It's not because it was okay.
Yes,
okay.
the Wizard. L. Frank Baum's original novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, is in the public domain.
Oh,
Indeed.
interesting.
So we can talk
It is.
about Toto.
The gingham dress is not.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So Dorothy's gingham dress is not public domain. That was for the movie, I believe. Anyway, back at the back at the residence. Dinner is coming along nicely. It's starting to smell divine. You're having to,
Stephen can see exactly what I'm doing right now.
Love it. Yep. Makes perfect sense. There is a bit of small talk going on as dinner is being sort of wound down at this point, or the preparation of dinner is being wound down.
thank
at this
goodness.
point. And before too much longer, things start to come out of the oven, off the stove, and start to be laid out on the table. All right, food is ready. Please help yourselves. I'm going to ask you to wait till last to make sure the rest of us get food,
That's fine.
and then we'll see. We'll see what's
Completely
left.
understand.
So everyone else, help yourselves, and yes.
Ouch, man.
No, it's fair.
I've seen his kind before. They can eat more than you would think.
But he's just a little guy.
I think his stomach is extra planar.
Is that a thing?
It's the best thing I
Where
can come
else
up
does
with.
it go?
Have you never noticed that he eats like 5 times his body weight every meal? Like, he doesn't stop because he's full, he stops because there's no more.
That is fair. I hadn't, I noticed he ate a lot. I just didn't actually consider how much a lot was until just now. That's odd. Okay. Sorry.
Anyway.
If you want food, I would say get some now, because we'll see
I'm
what's
having
left.
fried tomatoes. I don't know about you guys.
Fried tomatoes.
So you all pile your plates high with as much food as you intend to. Lucas is then let loose on the table, and he piles 3 plates high, and would probably have piled a 4th one if there had been a 4th one available to pile. There's still food on the table, but only because he didn't have any other serving platters to put it on. All right. So now that we have food in front of us, thank you so very much for. Your father sort of puts his hands together. He doesn't quite bow his head, but you can tell he takes on this sort of beneficent voice and starts to thank the universe or whomever. He's not calling any names because he recognizes that could be dangerous on this side of the ocean, but he is being very. He's giving him he's giving the mealtime prayer. Is
To
what he's
whom
doing.
it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
May concern.
And
favorite kind of
offering thanks for the meal, for the food, thanks for the friendship around the table, all of the heretofores and wifores, and then there's an obvious stopping point, and says, "All right, we can talk while we eat."
Am I going?
Oh, you can tell him as much as you want now.
Armada outside, things like that.
Right.
We
Remember
were
you telling us
wondering
about that.
if you could come and help us talk to what's his name?
The Red Adder.
The Red Adder.
Probably could. What are we talking to him about?
Are we attacking or are we just preparing?
I think we're just preparing for the attack right now.
Okay. So we're going to prep ourselves to the possibility. So eventually I'll fill you in. Sorry, we start on tangents and we stop tangent. It's hard for me to finish a sentence.
I'm noticing.
I love playing characters like this. It's great.
I enjoy it immensely. Well, take that.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning.
A very good place.
So when we
Always
got
a good place
here,
to start.
So when the Armada showed up, we kind of went and talked to them.
I remember this part of the story.
Yep, and so they're just sitting on the east side, just kind of
Okay.
waiting for, or west side, west side, just kind of waiting on the shores. Well, we had some stuff come up. There's a demon lady now, Corel. Yes. Yeah. So Corel is in league with demons
Okay.
and has a gate to hell.
Well, that would explain a few things.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So clearly, she needs to go away.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
So we need to try and figure out how to deal with that.
Okay.
Well,
It should be. I mean, could be costly, but should be able to overwhelm them with sheer numbers, I would think.
I would hope. I mean, I don't want to get. Just me personally. I don't want to get like a ton of people like killed if no needs be.
Okay. Makes it harder.
I feel like
Yeah.
we don't want to underestimate
it's
her
fine.
capacities and
Yes.
assume that we can overwhelm her with numbers.
Okay.
She is playing with cards that I don't think any of us have seen before.
Because what happens if she just opens the gate to hell? Is that how that works? And they can just rush through?
I couldn't tell you.
It's already open. Sorry.
It's just a roll.
All right. So, gate already open.
As far as we know, yeah.
Yeah, we
You've seen it.
no, but we have a trusted source of information that tells us it exists.
Could we go see it?
So you've got a spy on the inside. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Or spy is
Sort
the
of.
inside.
Not the way you think, but yes.
We made friends with a man that's powerful.
Okay. And he's got spies on the inside. Got it.
I guess so.
Technically, yes. Yeah. Also, sorry, I got distracted by watching how much he puts away. Did you tell him about the Inquisition?
No, okay. So there's a guy who's plainly average that's in charge of another group. Like, if you think of the most like average human guy.
Okay.
I'm assuming brown hair, brown eyes,
I'm gonna be honest, I can't recall any particular detail about him.
Features.
has hair,
Maybe. Probably?
completely average. Couldn't tell you his name. But he's in
Okay.
charge of a group of people. He's also undead.
He's not dead, but he's not alive. He is
And you
not
s-
living.
You see both of them kind of shiver.
I know, unnatural to the whole.
Yeah, it's unnatural to the whole living and
Yep.
dead thing.
Okay.
That's not right.
Are
Nope.
you familiar with this kind of thing? Is this something you've dealt with before?
No.
Okay.
This is kind of taboo stuff.
Very.
Yeah, you're
very
supposed to
taboo.
pick a side and stay on it.
That I mean,
You're
yes.
either gonna live or you're gonna die.
For Lucas's knowledge base for your world, Keith, is undead a thing that happens, or is this like something brand spanking new? Like, is this like pre or post the Empress becoming what she is?
Make me an Arcana roll.
Ooh, boy.
I just feel like it's safe to say it is not a naturally occurring phenomenon.
Yeah.
25.
25. You've seen some of the texts that Corel keeps.
I have. I've had to.
You have had to recover from looking at some of the texts that Corel keeps. You know the theory.
Sorry, keep going.
You know the theory.
Mm-hmm.
It is not anything that has been widespread in this world
Right.
since well before the conjunction.
Okay.
If it ever happened at all, it was lost to the annals of history millennia ago. But the knowledge exists. Make of that what you will.
Right. Could I ask a question that's tandem to that?
Sure.
Would I know where it is? Like, is it in a library behind a key? Like, is it there? Is it there, and that's why she's might be upset with me? Or do you think there is another vault?
Who can say at this point?
Okay.
You weren't paying that close of attention to the things that you were swiping.
Uh-oh.
So you were extra number one on them.
Whoopsie doodle.
Uh-oh.
Now, what's the worst that could happen?
Just thinks about it now. Oh.
I thought it almost made me lose my appetite. No,
Better
kill that
boy. But I think, long story short, Dad, you were the kind of leader before. Because, well, we think everybody's gonna rally to you. Do you think that's a thing that you would still be?
If they knew I was here, probably. A few of them may. Radadder might. I mean, he was there when we were captured and couldn't stop it. He may know that we were sent away. He may also think that we're no longer among the living.
Well, I mean, I did kind of tell him my name was Bramble Branch, so hopefully that helps.
I mean this
Maybe.
very respectfully. How big is the family tree?
It's not. I mean, brambles, right?
So you got bramble
It's not
branches,
so much
bramble patches, bramble bushes.
It's not so much trees as like underbrush.
Like,
He may not have known you were that part of the bramble patch.
I mean, it's true.
I mean, he was usually pretty good at picking us out of a crowd, but he may. Little bit bigger.
Okay.
Little bit,
I want
little
you
bit
bigger.
Just a little bit bigger.
he's your hamster, you get to say.
Little bit, just a little bit. Sorry, got distracted by what's going
Building
on
a
over
hamster.
here. Yeah, by building a hamster. He might have been able to pick us out, but I don't know.
Wasted
Maybe.
that one.
He may not have recognized the name, but he'll recognize us if he sees us.
True.
That's going to be the trick, though, because I'm fairly certain we can't leave the compound, and I'm also equally certain that it'd be really hard to get him in the compound.
Do we just want to get them out?
Well, the problem is she's gonna come looking.
Like, will she?
I don't know why I'm let off the leash as much as, but I mean, if mom and dad were to leave, I think that's the whole.
I mean,
I think that's the tipping point.
You think?
no, I think we could
I mean,
just
again, I
get
mean
them
this
out.
with all due respect. I'm not. Do you think they are? I'm not sure why these two would be that valuable to her.
I think the thing is I don't think we're seeing the whole picture.
That is fair. It's interesting that they're being kept here the way that they are.
Well, where
after-
else would
Especially
they
the
keep-
whole year since.
I mean, they took them to try and derail the opposition. But then by the time they got them here, there were bigger fish to fry. So,
I mean,
we could literally just get them out.
if you are interested in leaving the confines, I am sure we can expedite that.
Within the hour. I'm sorry, 2 hours.
So, so there's the demon lady. There's a non-living living entity that is
And
commanding the
And they both shudder
Every time.
every time.
commanding the secret police of the Apellian Order. Also, there's a lich is the term that's been thrown around.
What's that?
So it's when somebody uses magic apparently to remove the soul from their body and store it in something else so that they can't die.
she mega
They-
died.
And they both just really, really shudder at that.
And the Empress is that now.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Sorry.
This is Jaren. Could you technically locate person to find a soul? Is that how that
Don't
works?
A soul. So no, because locate creature is more body based. The
Okay.
soul is its own sort of magic thing.
Yeah.
Also,
Plus, most liches when they have they take their soul out and put it in whatever receptacle, they usually heavily ward the receptacle from
So
being
that
seen
you
by
can't-
anything.
when you're
Yeah.
powerful enough to be able to do that, you're
I guess
powerful
that's
enough to
true.
be able to shield your receptacle from.
Mhm.
So, it's entirely possible that the non-living living entity that commands the Inquisition is working for or with the Empress, who is also that way.
When-
So we have recently discovered how out of our depth we are.
So you're looking for reinforcements.
Yeah, we figure it's going to take what's left of the Apellian Order that's not already working for those two, and the forces outside the city, and anybody else we can scrounge up to be able to address those problems.
That makes sense. Okay.
So we're not imminently planning an attack, but we are gathering resources so we know what we have to work with, so we can plan how to
Respond.
exactly. So that being said, if you wanted to leave, we have already discussed with Rosk assisting us.
To let us do so.
So his faction won't prevent it from happening,
Or
and
shouldn't.
right, and between all of us, I'm sure we can get you out. Unless you think that they've... Again, I don't see any reason why they would be that invested in keeping you here at this point. So, as far as I understand the lay of the land, I feel like if they thought you were valuable pieces to play, they wouldn't leave you tending gardens.
I also suspect that perhaps the arrival of the Armada maybe changes some of the math just a little bit.
True, which is why if we're gonna move you, we should probably do it before anyone else can make a move.
Yeah. Yeah, we should pack our stuff up and get out. We should not be at ground zero anymore.
I don't like that they are right with this being ground zero.
Yep. I think we do need to. I think we need to get our stuff together and leave. If you have anything that you want to pack up out of your room, you should probably.
I think I've
do-
got most of it.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, how much? I'm gonna look around, Keith. How much do they have?
I mean, you're in the main room. It's a small cottage. It's not that large at all. Most of you normal-sized people are sort of brushing the ceiling with your heads as you walk around. Some of the lower beams you have to duck under. Lucas is fine. The table
Yes, I am.
itself. The table itself dominates the room. The four of you plus Harvey and I just had it. Harvey and Blossom take up about half of it.
I mean, how much can you fit in a 20 by 20 cube?
I mean, probably most everything we have.
Great, we'll just start stacking everything up together. Why leave it behind if we don't have to, right?
Right.
But technically, most of all this stuff we kind of was given when we got here, so. This
Yeah,
depends on
we've got a
what you
few
need.
things.
Also,
but
you can steal it from the order. Not one of us is going to complain.
I mean, it's up to them what they want to.
Okay.
If you can fit it all in a 20 by 20 cube, we can take it with us.
Okay. Any particular place you want us to pile it up?
I'm going to kind of look at the table and the chairs and be like, I don't know, maybe just around the... Seems the easiest place to start.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, Lucas. No, not yet.
I'm not done with that.
Okay. So, give us, I guess, half an hour to an hour.
Sure, I
maybe?
mean, I've got time. As long as we're here, if anything,
I mean,
anyone
we might
does
as well
come.
do the dishes while they're doing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hand my part, still slightly dirty dish over to Lucas and see
I'm
if he
doing my
wants to-
part.
Okay. Okay. And the two of them disappear into their room. You hear, the sounds of stuff sort of moving around. The bed sort of drags across the floor for just a second. It takes them, the better part of a half hour to get all of the stuff out of their bedroom at least. They start, they just start cycling in and out. They start piling up all of there's a basket that's got their clothing in it,
Mhm.
fairly modest, not a lot. Then there's a basket that's got a couple sets of bedding that they keep. Then they bring out a very nondescript chest with a lock on it.
Mhm.
Don't open that one.
I wasn't planning on it. It's your stuff.
Huh.
Like,
Oh no.
Oh, is any of it I forget, Keith. I now have detect magic up the whole time to see any invisible sensors. Is anything they have magical?
There are a couple of magical pieces in the chest.
here's your bomb.
No.
And then they just then there comes a little box that has little knickknacks and stuff. You recognize some of the pieces, things that your mom brought with you guys. Mostly your mom. Dad, there's a few tools that your dad used occasionally that he was real fond of. Mostly hand tools.
Yeah.
So the bigger stuff he's not bothering with, but the hand tools he's bringing with. After about a half hour or so, your mom starts pulling stuff out of the cabinets in the kitchen. Flatware, silverware, cooking utensils, things of that nature. Some of it looks fairly, fairly robust. Some of it looks like they keep it around for sentimental reasons.
It's my fine china.
Yeah, basically. She pauses for a second, stops and thinks, sort of cuts her eyes over at Lucas, shrugs, and disappears into the pantry and starts pulling food out of it and setting it on the table.
Profiling. She wasn't wrong, but profiling.
I was about to say,
She wasn't wrong, but profiling.
And it is closer to an hour later that they finally sort of step back from the table and sort of glance over the whole thing. And say, yeah, that's about
All
it.
right. Looking at it, Keith, how much, all that stuff together, how much do I think it would weigh?
All told, everything. There's some heavy pieces.
We have meth rocks. Throw meth rocks.
I thought you said meth rocks. I was like,
Yes.
what?
No, just singular.
Um,
And meth rock.
Meth rock.
There's some heavy stuff, but there's also a lot of light stuff.
Just give me a ballpark. I just need to know roughly.
All told, let's call it 750 pounds.
Okay. All right, that's everything.
Yep.
Okay, he's gonna reach out into his bag. He's gonna pull out a little box.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a silver, jewelry box almost.
Mm-hmm.
Except it has a chain wrapped around it and a lock on it.
Lucas has seen this box.
Lucas
before.
has seen this box, but
Oh,
yeah.
sweet mother.
And I'm gonna set it on the ground in front of it. And he's gonna be like, everybody might want to step back a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And he's gonna pull out a key and unlock the padlock and pull his chain off the box. And then he's gonna set it up in front and he's going to tap a rune that's sort of carved into the top and it's gonna glow blue and it pops open a little bit. And there's this, and like a mirage over all the items and then they are gone. And the box closes.
Did it take the table with it?
Oh yeah, yeah. If it fits in that 20 by 20,
Yep.
it
Okay.
goes.
Do it again.
And then I'm gonna reach down and pick it up. All right.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah. You want to know how much that box weighs with all that in it, Keith? 7.5 pounds.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I like it.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, I think that means we're packed and ready to go.
I think so.
We need to check
Can you
on
sneak
Artemis
people
before
out?
we go
Can you
anywhere.
sneak people out in that thing?
We haven't figured that out.
I have not tested how it does with living animate objects. So far, I have only tested it with things that don't mind being compressed into very tiny spaces.
Ah.
So
Yeah,
maybe, but I don't think now is the time to test that theory.
No, I wouldn't think so. No. All right. Well, do we have a plan?
I mean, I feel like my plan is we're gonna walk you out. Everybody look like they're supposed to be here, and that this is totally okay. But we should get Artemis first.
Yeah, before we go anywhere, we should do that part, and then we can walk out looking like we belong here.
I've just left
With that theme
like
song.
4 or 5 messages as I was trying to figure stuff out. So the moment you walk out, you get ding ding ding.
Do
ding, ding.
you? Oh. Ha. Maybe.
English.
I'm trying to decide. We definitely shouldn't all go.
But at
But
the same time,
we should send at least one person to get him, and I'm deciding who should stay and go. I think I should go get him.
him who Artemis?
Artemis. I was gonna say you two, except you're both wanted.
Yeah.
So maybe not you two.
That's reasonable.
I mean, I could go get him.
Yeah. I mean, we could both go if you want, or you can stay with your family. This shouldn't take long.
Provided that he's woken up from his stupor.
I'll stay here. It's
Okay.
probably
Yeah, I'll
easier.
just go get him.
Okay. All right.
I will leave you with the box.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'll say, don't drop that.
Do you have the chain?
Can't give you the chain and the padlock.
Thank you. I
All
don't
right.
trust myself.
All right. So you're gonna go get Artemis. All right. Artemis, make me an intelligence roll as you keep trying to pick at this knot of whatever it is.
12.
12. Okay. You do make a little bit of headway. It is still very overwhelming, but not debilitatingly so. You feel like you could probably get up and stagger along if you had to. You're starting to sort of figure out how you can filter out modes that don't make any sense at all at this point. So you've kind of got it down to just a cacophony of noise and all of the visual stimuli. Although even that is still, because you're seeing things from multiple different angles and multiple different viewports. So it is still very, very much overwhelming. You are starting. Your head is starting to throb just a little bit. You're pushing into migraine territory almost.
All right, I will pause my digging into things and make some tea with
Okay.
some tea leaves for
Okay.
reducing swelling and pain.
Okay.
Take my tea-based Ibue.
Sounds good. Better, but not quite. As you're sort of finishing up and making all of that, you do get sort of a notification from Seabiscuit.
Oh.
Alert! Engineer.
Messages received.
Engineer now in range.
Ooh.
And as you step out the door, Killian, you get the ding 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 ding
Oh,
ding ding
whoa.
ding ding ding.
Oh,
And you start to get alerts. Just Messages received. How many did you send out?
Probably like 5 or 6, and some of them I was still trying to figure it out. And so it's
So
like,
yeah, it's is this thing? How?
do I have to speak it out loud for him to hear it, or
So, 6 messages received.
The other one is just silence. You think?
right?
And what is? Uh,
We do indeed go loony often.
very much so.
Who are we?
Oh, I found my models.
Give me your
A hamster model.
give me your last name one more time.
Arkwright.
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 Right. Okay.
Didn't even remember his
Yeah,
name.
I know. I know.
Names are of the least importance.
A rose by any other name.
It's
What's
just a
Mars?
thorn. Oh,
Mars.
wait.
Wait.
Son of none. He doesn't have a last name because he was.
Now all
Left
I
on a
have stuck in
doorstep.
my head is
Feel your bro.
Seal.
Seal.
I feel like it's a relatively common thing in the order.
Yeah. All right. So, so you get the ding, 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 ding. 6 messages from Science Officer, Son of None.
I don't think I have time to process the implications of that right now.
Okay, so if oh, he's actually making a call. Then?
Yes, it
Okay.
rings.
I thought we were gonna give you the messages.
Oh, no,
okay.
I-
Well,
broke it.
yeah. So let's do that. I mean, which one are you? What's your intent with that?
Killian's intent was to play the messages. He didn't
Okay,
know that we
okay.
could communicate with these
Okay.
things right
So
now.
please state intention.
Good.
Messages.
Playing messages. Message 1.
Okay, so do I have to like say it out loud for him to?
Message 2.
Okay. What was I gonna say?
Message 3.
Okay, Killian. Where are you? And end of message.
Message 4.
Okay, I think I've got this time. I can see the whole ship and use the sensors, and I think I can activate most of the things on the.
Message ends.
Okay, this time I think I've got it.
Message 5.
Killian, I need to know where you are. We need to talk.
Message ends. Message 6.
My head hurts so bad.
Wait, is this thing still
Wait,
on?
wait, did I start another? Dang it, turn this one off.
Message ends. Delete messages or save.
Please don't save them.
Save the last one.
Affirmative. Messages 1 through 5 deleted.
And now I'm just gonna head up to
Okay.
the bridge.
All right. So you get there, you ride up the lift, the door slides open. Artemis is sitting there,
I'm just cross-legged in the middle.
cross-legged in the middle of the floor, sipping tea.
Ah, you made it. Let me clear my voice. I'm starting to sound like Lucas.
I only, I was 99% confident you were gonna recover, but there was that little 1%.
Tea? Tea?
No, thank you. I actually came to get
It was
you.
intentional, but I love it.
We're about to walk 2 prisoners of the order out the front gate. Figured we should come collect you before we left. Lots happened.
Why does this happen every time? Okay.
Not that we can talk about right now.
Because of time constraint or otherwise?
Yes.
Otherwise.
All of the above.
Okay, so as we're walking, I'm gonna be like, he's actually gonna like put his teacup down. He usually, like every time you've seen him work with his teacups and things, he washes them meticulous, but this time he just like sets it down. And he's gonna put his hand on your shoulder and say, do you mind if I use you for support as we walk?
No.
We're taking the elevator.
Yeah. No.
Okay. And so then he's just gonna like put his body on autopilot sort of while he's following you, and I'm gonna try to figure out if there's a way to like privacy screen the bridge. And it is not important to right now because we're not gonna do it right now, but like that is his
Okay.
what he's
So
try
I'm going to
do.
take him out the door, and then we're taking the elevator down.
All right.
Yes, I was going to say the elevator that Artemis has specifically avoided touching the entire time he's been in the tower, and now we're
Yep.
using it.
Now we're so yeah, I do. Huh. Yeah. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh yay! Let's see.
Jeez.
Well, actually, that could have been way worse. 16.
16. Okay. So as you step, you're on autopilot. You're not even paying attention. You're following along with Killian. You're trying to pick through the command pathways in your brain to try and pull out information, and you are in the lift before you even realize it. The door closes behind you, and you realize there is nothing but below your feet.
There is no floor.
There is no floor. And then you
Right,
feel the lift sort of start to lower the two of you down. You pass through the false ceiling into the main shaft, and now suddenly there is a drop below you down to the main lobby.
I hate this. 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 I hate this.
I mean, it's better if you don't look down.
I should close my eyes.
And you do make the two of you make your way all the way down. It is uneventful, as you would expect. You walk out.
I fight the urge
I
to
mean,
kiss the ground.
at this
I'm
point,
I'm taking him over to the
Okay.
hutch.
Uneventfully.
As we go, I'm just keeping it. How do we have minders? Do we have lots of?
Make me. Either investigation or perception.
I'm pretty sure investigation.
Tell me which one you use.
No, yeah. I used investigation for a 22.
22. Okay.
Thank
No, actually, there does not appear to be anyone keeping tabs. on
And there's
the
no
mark.
magical scrying orbs within 30 feet of me?
Nope, not that you can see.
Interesting.
You're not important.
Good, good. I like being not important.
I can
my
listen
favorite
to
one.
everyone on the ship.
He just says like crazily.
Yeah, like
At all.
like eyes still closed. I can listen to everyone on the ship.
Still?
Yep.
Even though we're outside it?
Yep.
Huh.
And I can see them.
I can see forever. Yeah. To take him to the hutch.
Okay. So the two of you arrive at the hutch. Is Private Sanctum still up?
It lasts for 24 hours.
Okay. So that would be a yes. The moment you step inside the hutch, it's all gone.
Wait, no, ow. No. I was in the middle of reading.
And it was really funny because one Thanksgiving, Mom actually brought the turkey back to life.
Open my eyes to walk into it.
I like you.
Excuse me, what?
Sorry, what? You were reading?
What part didn't you understand?
Things get. Oh man.
Artemis! Well, I haven't seen you in like, it's been like,
A day.
it's felt like a month.
That's fair.
Yeah, how'd that go? He looks kind of like after you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm still connected.
To what?
I'm sorry?
Can we
Hey, we feel
Talk,
connections with
Oh,
you.
yeah. You're safe to talk in here.
to the Seabiscuit?
Are you okay?
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes. Also, my head really hurts.
Oh, Artemis, Mom and Dad, Artemis.
Oh,
Hi, Mom and
hi.
Dad. I presume you have other names.
Oh, sorry.
Harvey Blossom.
Yeah,
A pleasure.
I should have started with that. I'm sorry.
Mom and Dad works too.
long story short, Corell's a demon lady.
Pause.
Nope. Corell's a demon lady. She has a portal to hell
Okay,
in
figured
her
that.
place. Amakir, the head of the Inquisition, is neither living nor dead.
He's the
And he is probably working for the Empress, who is a lich, which is a person who's neither living nor dead because they ripped their soul out and put it in something else so they can't die. And we have gone and talked with Rosk, and now he knows that he's going to work with us to try and take out Corell because she's way above our pay grades. She read my mind when I went to talk to her. We're getting these two out of the cloister so they're out of her way because they were the leaders of the rebellion back in their home, and they're going to go talk to Red Adder, who used to work for them, so that we can have the Armada backing us up when we go to try and deal with the other nonsense in the city.
Killian, why are you shouting?
Sorry.
It's just kind of how he talks.
Oh, so.
Small space. That's. Okay, I need to go back to Corell.
Yeah, no, later. This is, so we're walking these two, we're walking them out the
Okay,
door.
but she is a demon, or because that is important, just right off the bat.
Wishy-washy type.
How much of a demon's power do you need to be able to wield before you're just considered
demon.
one?
Okay, fair. Okay, that was all I needed. Thank you.
That's the.
I think the answer is technically not a demon. For all practical purposes, a demon.
To the point that we're willing to work with Rosk to not have to do it.
Yeah, so I thought that, like, Rosk was, like, I thought, like, maybe Corell and then, like, Rosk was maybe a little bit more dangerous. It's more like Rosk is here and those other two are so all the way up here, and the only reason he's alive is because they're so much more powerful than him that he was not actually a threat.
Yeah, yes, it's
Okay, so focusing on right
We-
now.
Yep. So we're gonna walk these three out. Act like you're supposed to be there. Pretend everything's normal.
Going. Oh, and they're
We're
going to go
leaving
to the Armada?
No, we're gonna take them there. First things first. We got to get out of the cloister with them.
I don't think that should be a problem.
I don't think so either. But just pretend like you're supposed to be here, and if that doesn't work, we'll run likely we stole something.
I sure hope so.
Have we stolen more some things?
Not many more than we did before.
Nothing more. Unless it's the hearts of a nation.
The nation
political
has to know
campaign.
us.
Listen,
Look, if the nation knows us, we've not done our jobs well enough.
Also true.
Okay, so once we step outside the hutch, we don't talk about. Assume that there's an extra person listening to everything we say, and we don't want to give them an advance notice of what's going on.
That seems fair.
Right.
So we're just
Right.
going for a walk on Rosk's orders. We're taking you somewhere else.
Okay.
That work for everybody?
So
Makes sense
Harvey
to me.
reaches over and pulls like one of those page boy caps off of the hook, tucks his ears up in it, pulls it down over his.
The ears going back.
No,
Oh, the
he
ears
tucks
through.
them. He tucks them up
Oh, okay.
into
He did a little circle.
just
Braid.
coils it
Yeah.
up into into the cap so that they're not visible.
That's
You just get
adorable.
cuter.
And then Blossom pulls on a bonnet and does the same thing, tucks her ears in. Son, you might want to do something.
What? Oh, yeah. I just like fold them down. Does this work? I don't have anything.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been walking around outside the cloister.
Yeah.
Look, walk
You'll
with
probably
purpose,
be okay.
and we'll just try and avoid. Artemis, do you want to go behind these three? We'll have each of you on one side. Keep your faces hidden. I'll go out front, and then we'll. Again, act like you're supposed to be there. We'll try and avoid having to stop and discuss anything with anybody.
Anybody have a bandana or something? I have it. I'm gonna put the picnic basket thing over my head. Like, I got it.
The blanket from the.
That doesn't look even slightly suspicious.
See me, Killian. Make me a history check.
8.
12.
Yay!
See me. Bucket!
Oh. Your whole face just kind of falls a little bit.
I'm glad I didn't succeed on this history check.
Bucket.
All right, let's go.
Did you just look at me and say bucket?
All right, focus up.
You did hear her say bucket.
Not processing that right now.
All right, I'm gonna try to stop the flow of information so that I can focus on the moment.
Okay. As you step outside the private sanctum, it does reappear. It is not as intense this go around. Feels like it might have been maybe filtered a little bit more in your absence. It's not as debilitating. It's still a lot, but it's not as debilitating. Okay, so you're out front.
I'm in the middle.
You're in the middle with mom and dad. The two of you are on the sides. You're bringing them through. Okay.
This is it. This is it.
Hopefully they don't attack us from the sides.
All right. I would like for each of you, please, to make either a perception or an investigation roll.
I will do investigation. That's what I'm good at.
I'm just gonna do perception because I'm not like looking for anything in particular.
Also important to note, Keith, I have detect magic up, so
Yes.
anything within 30 feet.
Yes.
24. Perception on that one.
You also have a bardic inspiration still.
Oh, I used
Killian.
that last time.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
I used that and the disadvantage last time.
I did not mark them off, so those are gone. So all that's left is a DM disadvantage and a DM advantage. I don't know that I've been rolling anything that requires that, but
You haven't rolled anything so far.
no, I haven't. So that works.
I can't do math.
What'd you roll?
Okay, so 17 plus 9 is
26.
26.
okay.
Literally, just take the next number and minus 1. Add 10 minus 1.
That's
Okay. What'd you
All right.
It's my day.
22.
22.
Investigation.
Investigation.
I win.
See me? Sorry.
26.
26.
15
Oh,
perception.
24, I'm sorry.
24. 15.
get? Natural 20 for a 32.
Wow.
Man is just like.
Wow.
Here I thought I was doing good. You just put me to shame.
And Artemis.
26 apparently.
All right, I'm just.
So all,
We're a lot more paranoid than you are.
all of you are on.
I'm just like.
Yeah, you're just like, we're going for a walk. It's weird that they're being all...
We're there on edge right now.
They're all super on edge. I'm gonna roll it. I don't know that it's gonna do me any good at all to do
I don't
this.
even roll a natural 20.
To
Not
beat a
with this-
32?
You could roll 2 natural 20s.
I mean, not with my luck. Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't think so.
What'd you get, Steven?
26.
Wow, see, that's so good for you.
That
It
is
helps to have a
actually
plus
very
9.
good.
I mean, I did roll a 17, so it is really good.
Oh,
But
okay. All right.
Stephen has to min-max to offset his terrible luck.
He's not generally a min-maxer, but it's
It's not because he
required.
wants to be, it's because it's the only way to be able to play the game.
Okay. So, unlike your trip from the tower
Uh-huh.
out here, at this point you are starting to see a lot more movement around you. They're not out in the open.
Mhm.
They're actively trying to be not so much sneaky, but they're trying to stay out of sight.
Mhm.
They're as well as an armed cadre of pseudo soldiers can be, but you are starting to see them pretty much on all sides of you.
no.
How
we're-
many?
It is.
Let me put it another way, Keith.
Mhm.
Killian's trying to gauge, like, has it become enough that we couldn't take them in a fight if we had to?
It hasn't quite gotten there yet.
Okay.
It depends on who they are.
It depends on who they are, though. You are seeing distinct groups, sort of on all sides, and you can't tell who's who.
This is it. It's good. It's about to go down.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to reach out to you mentally through the ship.
Machine gun.
Can you please tell the engineer, or please send a message to the engineer, not through his or through his mental connection, to keep everyone moving. I'm gonna make it so that nobody can see us? Question mark.
Error. Engineer's mental link not established.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, I'm not that far away from you.
Right. I shouldn't want to say anything out loud. How far are we from our exit gate that we're trying to get to?
You're probably a couple of football fields from it.
Okay. I'll wait until we're a little closer then.
All right.
Are they like moving parallel with us, or do these groups do they look like they're trying to cut us off and converge on us?
A little bit of both. So there.
Some of them are doing one, some of them are doing another.
Some of them are doing one. Some of them are doing the other. There are groups. You're starting to sense groups that are setting up in front of you. You're starting to sense groups sort of filling in behind you. You are encircled at this point.
Okay.
Anybody else getting real uncomfortable?
Are we close enough that we can mutter back and forth to each other?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, what? No.
Keep
no,
it
it's
moving,
fine.
keep it cool, keep it moving, keep it cool. We're on an official mission for Rosk. No need to panic yet.
I won't outwardly panic.
That's my secret. I'm always inwardly panicking.
That's just how I operate 90% of the time.
All right. So you the group of you sort of step out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the gate in front of you. You can also see sort of stretched across the main pathway, sort of between the low stone walls that separate off the fields from the path. Someone has erected a barricade. They've taken a wagon, they've turned it on its side. There are people standing behind it.
Behind it to us or behind it to the gate? Like they're cordoning off people
Yeah.
from coming in or for going out?
They're cordoning off people from leaving. So they are on the opposite side of the barricade from you.
Okay.
There are also groups sort of paralleling you in the fields. Harvey sort of winces as he looks over because they're not taking any care at all to keep from trampling on the things that are growing out in the fields.
Bastards.
They are eyeing not just you, but they're eyeing each other as well.
Okay,
They're
good.
eyeing-
This is what I thought it was.
They're eyeing the people at the barricades who are staring back down the road and sort of trying to watch everybody all at once.
This is where all the Spider-Men do this.
Anybody watching behind you at all?
Nope.
I was behind the group, so I probably am, yeah.
Okay, so glancing over your shoulder, you do see at least 3 more groups sort of funneling out of the woods as well. Again, one of them appears to be on the road, sort of flushing you along, or escorting you along. They're in a rear guard position, keeping an eye on you. And then there's groups in sort of off to the sides, again, sort of tromping through the fields on either side. It's starting to get really, really uncomfortably congested.
Keep it cool.
Seabiscuit?
Nobody knows who we work for.
Affirmative.
Could we perform in just a moment a weapons test fired into the air.
Is that out loud?
Nope.
Oh, dear.
no.
This is a distraction potential.
That requires authorization.
Weapons officer not defined.
Please define secondary role for science officer.
Invalid command.
It said nope.
Please redefine current role as weapons officer.
Invalid command.
You're not
We're
the
not
captain.
the captain. Keep it cool. Keep it moving.
Be cool. Gotcha. Be cool.
Nobody go off half cocked yet.
I know I wasn't gonna.
Oh
Fire
no,
it.
no,
This
I
was
know,
a
I know, I
potential,
know that.
like-
No, this is Killian's just like to everybody because he's like everybody's gonna start getting nervous. Everybody's be on edge. Keep it together. Keep it cool. There's still a chance that we can get out of this without an altercation.
This is fine. Everything's fine. I can hold it together. This is okay.
Nobody do anything with it, but everybody pick your targets.
Huh? What? We're
Does
fine.
this Seabiscuit? Does this person currently carry a communicator?
Affirmative.
Authorize.
Danny, I need Simi to make me a Constitution saving
Oh,
throw,
dear.
please.
Oh dear.
You're the weapons officer?
I just connected you. Sorry.
Well, it wouldn't be me.
Constitution save. That would be a 5. This is gonna be
As
awkward.
as you are walking mid stride, your vision blacks out. Your foot doesn't even. You don't feel it connect to the ground because it doesn't. You just sort of
Just see me face plant
You just
and skid a little
face.
bit.
You just face plant into the ground. In the back of your head, you feel all sorts of information flooding in. A lot of it in a
So you're
language
getting the
you
real
are
connection.
not. You are not familiar with.
Owie.
And
How?
And part of the information, as part of the information that sort of floods your awareness, you get sort of this bird's eye view of your group walking down the path with all of the people surrounding you.
Oh shit, am I dead?
And all of the people surrounding you, one by one, start to have little bullseyes overlaid their
indicators of
their forms.
You have 3 Hellfire missiles. Here are the.
Here,
Zoigan, is this you? Zoigan?
Are you saying that out loud?
How?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm unconscious.
Yeah, she's unconscious at this point.
How do the other groups around us respond? Because we have to stop. She
Right.
just drops to the ground. What do the other groups do?
That is a very good question.
Oops.
Every time. Every time.
Sorry, Sammy.
Really?
Sort of.
You're not, and that's fine.
I am, but I'm not.
It's fine. This
All
will be
of them just
fine.
kind of freeze, and they're looking within their own groups,
Yeah.
and across at the other groups, and staring at you. It's like, what the hell was that?
Artemis, pick her up.
With my weak arms.
Can I do a medicine check on her to see what's going on?
Roll your medicine check. In your head, you hear new role defined. Weapons officer, Simi Yalishi.
Whoa. Weapons off. What?
Targets acquired.
How do... Seabiscuit?
Affirmative.
What weapons are currently armed against the targets?
Anti-personnel. Deploy
What's the radius of an anti-personnel whatever?
One medium-sized target.
one medium-sized target. Deploy countermeasures.
Not yet, please.
Affirmative.
Just everybody
Holding.
dies.
Is there a way to set to stun?
Affirmative.
Okay, maybe for right this second, maybe let's make that the default.
Anti-personnel weapons default status. Stun.
Good deal, thank you.
It's like the whistling birds.
What is the order to what is the appropriate what do I say to deploy anti-personnel?
Deploying anti-personnel stuns.
No! Yes! I should.
This is what I wanted.
All of you who are conscious, please make me a perception check.
17.
17,
23.
23,
15.
15,
Let's go with 27.
27. Okay. All of you catch it. From the tower, you hear, and all of a sudden, all around you, you start to see people go.
See me started the fire.
I didn't try to, I swear.
I think this is a way better thing than the
How
the
easy
city's
would it have
attack.
been to notice the weapons being deployed?
Everyone within visual sight of the tower is turning to look at the tower.
Oh no.
Sorry,
They're unconscious.
I know.
Hey,
Player Danny, sorry.
So all of the forces surrounding you are now unconscious, or at least you're not
Yeah,
close
they're
enough
on
to
the
tell.
ground.
They're on the ground.
Maybe I'm not sorry. We'll see how this turns out.
Lucas,
Mhm.
get them out. At
Okay.
this point, however you need to,
Okay.
head to Cassius's. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start heading over to one of the group of people that's down.
Okay. In your head, threat neutralized.
Excuse me?
All right.
Well, I'll keep
All right.
going.
So you're heading over. Well, what are you doing, Lucas?
Trying to get them out of there.
I need more.
Taking them to we're going to the front gate.
Okay.
There's nobody between us and the gate, though,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
All right. So you guys are headed for the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're carrying. See me.
Yep.
What is your strength?
12.
12. All right. Make me an athletics check just to be sure that you can carry her.
Well, that is a natural 20 plus 1.
Oh, look at you.
Look at you.
I
Go
was
for
sure
it.
I was about to eat the dirty cat.
All
I was
right.
too, actually.
All right. Cool.
It's a good day. He ate his
Sir.
Wheaties this
What
morning.
a good day.
Yeah. He
Well, I
had a
did
he had a
have-
good meal.
Yeah.
And like a full day's nap. So.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. So you guys are making your way. Everyone is distracted, and so they are paying zero attention to the the
5 of us?
5 of you
Oh,
plus
6.
plus the unconscious ones, 6. So they're not paying any attention at all to you, and you are able to slip right out through the gate and into the city.
You would think that would make us more suspicious because there wasn't anybody.
And yet,
And yet, nothing.
Well, again, all their attention is on what the heck just happened from Rosk's tower. Is Rosk making his move now?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm.
All right.
What a poor way to make his move.
As you get to the first few, what you are in your head at least considering bodies, and you start make me medicine checks. 2 or 3 of them if you want to.
it's the most
Okay.
violent of hobbies.
The lowest of them was a 12.
Okay.
The other 2 were a 23 and a 24.
Okay. On 2 of them, you're pretty sure that they're alive, just knocked out. The third one, it's a little hard to tell, but Maybe they're just knocked out and not actually dead. Doesn't look like there. I mean, there's no blood spilling out, anything like
As I say,
that.
do they have any wounds?
No particular wounds at all. There are like little, like very finely constructed, like finer than anything you've ever seen, like almost syringe needles poking out of their necks, chests, exposed skin, wherever. Some of them are in the back, some of them caught it in the front. But every person that you inspect has one of these little flechette rounds, like sticking out of exposed skin. And almost all of them, you can tell, as you start examining them, you're pretty sure most all of them are still alive, just knocked
out.
Just
Maybe
knocked
not
out.
happy
Okay.
about it.
I'm gonna have to head to the tower.
Okay. All right. You're headed that direction. You are in good company because there's a lot of people heading to
bet.
the tower.
I'm going to try to talk into my thing and say, Seabiscuit,
Affirmative.
lock down the entrances and exits, please.
Lockdown initiated.
That's a handy skill.
All right. For the rest of you, anything in particular? You guys just...
I think we were headed to the Armada as far as we knew.
Well, no, we were just told to go to the dragon.
Cassius's.
Yeah, so,
Depends
so
what Lucas tells you.
Lucas
This
is
what- yeah, it depends
leading.
on what Lucas
Lucas, where are you
decided.
headed?
Cassius's.
To Cassius's. Okay. It will take you guys about 45 minutes to get there.
Anybody else following us?
No.
Oh.
Are you still unconscious?
I am, but apparently I'm like dead, so I can see above myself.
Go ahead, Danny, and make me a con save again.
No,
Nope. Okay.
no, that's a 10.
10. No worries. As I mentioned before, the 2-mile radius does not cover the full city. After you guys have gone a couple of miles, you're about to cross the river, and the connection to you, Simi, starts to fade, and you start to come back to yourself.
Ow!
Are you okay back there?
My nose is bleeding.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay, hold everyone, and I'm gonna try to set you on your feet.
Do I still have eyes?
Yes.
The hell just happened?
Well, the tower shot everybody. We're currently escaping,
Oh no, that wasn't just a dream.
and Lucas is in charge.
When did that happen?
It was about 5 minutes ago. 45 minutes ago.
Where are we going? I thought we were going.
We're going
That way.
We're going up the hill.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We can't speak in present company.
Okay. Gotcha.
We're gonna go introduce
should
more
we name
people.
present company like Sylvia's watching or like just horror? I don't know.
Sylvia. Okay, sure.
Why am I naming
Did
everything?
a Sylvia just hurt you at some point?
No, nobody's hurt.
I'm glad.
I don't believe that's true. I'm going to start walking again. I'm gonna be keeping a watch on our backside though to make sure we're not being followed.
All right. All right. So you are now awake again, and walking up walking up the hill towards Cassius's place.
Uh-oh.
That might have been me.
What might have been? Oh, when you passed out? Wait, no, because I came from Seabiscuit.
No, the things that happened after I passed out, Sylvia.
Sylvia,
That might
huh?
have been me. So I'm sorry if that was me. I didn't mean to.
Wait, okay, so how? No,
I don't know. That can be a conversation for in a minute.
Yep.
Yeah. Ow, my head.
Yep.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh. That's...
Yeah, that passes after a while, or it gets better at least.
Are you sure? 'Cause my whole brain, flames on the side of my face, just everything is on fire in my head.
Once we get
You
settled,
got the reference, thank you.
once we get settled, I'll make you some tea that should help.
Thank you. Ow.
And actually, since you're trained in the order, I have something that should help a lot more, actually. Can't give this one to everyone, but you're immune to poison.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
You're a monk. You should be.
Yep, purity of body.
That's not come up before, so I had a chance to forget.
You know, you
Sweet.
can't really get hung over.
Wait, you're immune to poison?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been handy when we were fighting the bandits.
Oh.
Gosh dang it!
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
you're immune to disease
We'll
and
just
to poison.
The
Pretend
D&D
that it
version
was
of reading
all...
the card explains the card.
I have never had that come up before, so I'm sure it's somewhere on my stuff, and I've just never had to look.
Yeah, it's called purity of body.
It's one of the cool things about being a monk.
Yes.
Poison darts don't poison.
Had
They just
only
dart.
I known,
They just
I'd
dart.
have really whooped up on those guys because most of that, like,
Most of it was the
28
poison.
points
was
per
poison
hit
damage.
was
Was poison.
poison.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, well, I know that for
That's right.
future
Yep.
reference now.
And the poison overwhelmed your system.
Yes.
And now she's immune to it.
And now I'm immune to it.
That's right.
This is
Can't.
how I became
That's
immune
how
to
you
it.
became. Yeah, we just have an in-game story reason for now why
I'm
you're.
now good for all iocane powders.
There you go. There you go.
That's a good. I got that reference. That's
If you didn't get the flames on the side of my face one, we need to fix that. It's
Right.
I don't know if I got that one.
from the Clue movie.
Oh, I have seen that. Okay.
We can, yeah.
That
we,
is a good
we
movie.
can
Yeah.
refresh you if we have.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah.
time.
I knew it was Madeline Kahn. For whatever reason, I was going to Blazing Saddles, but I
That's
knew
a
it was
good movie,
Madeline.
too.
I knew
Also
it was
a very
Madeline
good
Kahn. Okay, so Killian, you arrive at the base of the tower. There is like almost the entire order's worth of order
Mm-hmm.
out around it. Off to one side, you do see Mistress Corell with, standing there with some of her lieutenants,
How quickly she got
standing back far enough that she's not in the crowd. She's not in the scrum of people, but she's very clearly sort of directing and pointing and gesturing. On the other side, like totally opposite side, standing pretty far back, but standing alone, is Master Amakir, and he's just sort of got his arms
Killian,
Wait,
just get
how do you-
crossed.
how do
Just
you-
get out of there.
Cross-
Don't stop being a
I
cocky
can't.
SOB and get out of there.
I can't.
He's just
Yes,
got
you
his-
can. You have
his
2
arms
feet.
crossed over his chest.
You have
and
run of the place.
is just watching.
I cannot abandon our ally
I mean,
to deal with this mess. Yup.
You're gonna have to take some kind of secret entrance.
No, I don't.
you.
You're just gonna roll in there and be like,
You imagine
They
the
can't
pussy
get
don't
through the door.
understand.
That is it. That is exactly what has happened. Somebody decided, no, we'll play that card. We don't need that ace. We'll play it now. It's useful now.
This is poker,
I
not
had other
go
plans.
fish.
I had other plans. This wasn't it.
So I'm gonna go up and go into the tower unless I see Rosk outside of it.
You don't.
Yeah.
Most of the press is people trying to get in. Every entrance is has got a massive body of people in front of it trying to prise the doors open.
I'm gonna just go up to one of the doors.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm going up, I'm gonna try saying in my head to see if it works. Seabiscuit. Okay.
Your connection is to a different ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
I was like, why is this not work? Okay, now that makes
Do I,
sense.
as I'm heading up to these doors, do I recognize the same people who were trying to pry it open last time from any of the other doors?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going up to one of them. Preferably one equally distant from Corel and Amakir.
You are able to find one that is sort of like 90 degrees from where they're standing. 'Cause they are like completely
opposite
opposite
sides, yep.
sides of the tower.
I'm going up to that one.
Okay. You pushing your way through. How you get into it? Because it is like a massive, like, think almost mosh pit. But
I mean,
not
I'm gonna
quite.
try and be like, come and look. I need to get to the door so we can get these open, coming through. But we'll see if they respond to asking politely.
Make your persuasion check.
So Corell's people and Amakir's people are trying to get into the tower?
Well, people in general.
People in
Okay.
general are trying to get into the tower.
14.
14. All right. Let's see how all this goes. Couldn't roll to save my life. For the most part, people are sort of standing aside and letting you press through. You are acting as though you know what's going on. You're acting as though you have, every right to be there and like you belong there, whatever. So the authority is just sort of present, and they are accepting it. So you make your way up to the front. There are 10 guys, sort of all up and down this door trying to prise it open. Gotta get in there. We gotta figure out what Ross did.
So I'm like, look. There's a trick to these doors. Look out, move. I got it. You give me space.
What
give me
trick?
space to work.
I've been here for 20 years.
I am an engineer. I know the mechanics and the physics of doors. If you'll give me some space, I can get it open.
I know
How
how
many
doors
times
work.
I've heard my aerospace engineer father say, "I know what I'm doing." If I had another inspiration, you would get it for accuracy.
There you go. All right, fine, whatever. I mean, we've been trying with leverage and whatever. Have at it.
Okay.
So they step back a pace or two. I mean, they're not far away, but they have given you some room. There's this little half circle from lintel to lintel, or doorpost to doorpost. Lintel's the bottom.
Kevin's gonna come up to it. He's gonna make a big show of like, okay, and he's gonna crouch down and like run his hand along the bottom and act like he's like looking at it really closely and is like, okay, all right. He's gonna put his ear next to it and run his hands up it a little bit and ding 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 ding. Okay, so okay, all right. I mean, he's gonna look around. Do one of you have a pry bar?
One of them hands you a pry
Okay,
bar.
thank you. Again, he's gonna make a big show of like putting it again up against it and testing it a little bit. And no, and he's gonna make a big show of like no. This is. And once he gets it in there,
Explanation for this.
he's gonna try. Killian's trying to position. Oh no, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's trying to position himself so that like what he wants to do is. Let the lockdown off of this one and make it look like he pries it open just enough that you can squeeze one person through and then have it shut behind him.
Okay. Make me a performance.
Yeah,
check.
that is the goal. Oh, okay, I'll take that. 19.
19. And this is the part where Gage has scrutiny.
Thanks, Gage.
Good.
I mean, I loved you before anyway, but I love you extra when you force him.
Yeah. So everyone around you buys it. You sort of, in all of that, you manage to tap your little chess piece and whisper to Seabiscuit, okay, on my mark, lock down off this door for whatever length of time you think you need to get through it. Only opening this door so far. And you give the signal, the slips open and the whole crowd goes
And Kill's gonna be like, oh, like, you know, like,
and
oh,
you,
he's got
and
it,
you fall
and
in
stumbles
and
through, and then
shoot. Oh.
Well
and,
played.
and everyone, I mean, it's almost, there was this like surge.
Yeah, exactly.
Of
Yep,
people
the crowd surged because the door
surging
opened.
forward, and the door slams in their faces, and you hear the do 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 do.
What are
as the
people
bodies
inside the tower doing?
So most of them have been there trying to prise doors open. They're in. It's not nearly as many as are outside, but there's definitely guards and monks that are the guards are trying to prise the doors open. There is a pair that are there as you sort of stumble in and the door closes back behind you that were like, oh, I almost had it, and they pretty much ignore you and just go back to trying to prise the doors open. In the central sort of shaft area, you look up and you can see that there's 20, 30 people sort of pressed up against the railings looking down. Seems to be a little bit of pandemonium. They're trying to figure out what's going on, why the tower is locked, why every door is locked and nobody can go anywhere again. It's like, I thought we had fixed this already and what have you, and so it just looks like mostly just confusion inside.
Okay, I'm heading to Rosk's office. I'm taking the stairs.
You are taking the stairs, okay? So you just like circle all the way up. There's voices sort of following you. Confusion. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows why there's a crowd at the base of the tower. Why the doors won't open. Anything like that. It does take you 5 to 10 minutes to climb the tower to the top, and you get there, and the guards are still in place.
So last time I was here, I put an arcane lock on this door and specified that only people on the inside of the room could open it.
Yep.
So I'm assuming if I go up, well, at this point, do the guards even bother stopping me?
Not really at this point. I mean, they've seen you come and go a couple of times now. They know that you don't have free run of it necessarily, but you can go in. So it's like they don't stop you necessarily. It's like, I guess we need to let him know.
If you let him know I'm here, yeah.
Okay. So they turn, and the one guard turns, steps to the door like he expects it to open in front of him, and he just slams right into it. Oh, ow!
I'm gonna reach up and knock on the door.
Takes a little bit, enough time for Ross to cross the office. You kind of feel the arcane lock shift. It doesn't go away; it's still there.
Yeah,
it does
because
shift.
he can open it.
And the door doesn't move.
Oh, stand back a sec.
and they both kind of cross over to the railing to the central shaft. One of them still holding his nose. It's starting, it's bleeding a little bit. It hurt.
I'm gonna, the Seabiscuit release the lockdown on this door.
And you hear the shh and Rosk is standing there. That was a
Yep. In the room.
Okay. And he steps back, and the two of you step in. The door closes. Shh, and you feel the arcane lock re-engage.
Okay, so
there were some weird noises.
Yeah.
In the tower.
So, okay. Here's the quick version, so we can try and get on top of this. This tower has been here a long time and has some hidden, unique nooks and crannies.
Okay.
The tower has lots of unexpected capabilities. One of which was apparently launching small, non-lethal weapons to knock out. How many people? What probably was it, Keith? Like dozens?
Yeah, dozens.
Dozens of people in the courtyard. I am aware of some of what this tower can do because I have been exploring it in the copious amounts of free time I've had over the last few days. For your own protection, in case Corell sits down in front of you, I am not going to tell you exactly what's going on, so that she can't pry it out of you, because you're going to have to stay here.
Okay.
But everyone thinks you just made your move. Potentially. There's crowds outside. Currently, the doors are locked.
He just sort of sits down in one of the chairs. It's not even his chair. It's one of the chairs on the far side.
Yeah, he collapses into it.
He just collapses into it.
I think we can...
What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know either. I think we can still salvage this. You're gonna have to sell it real good.
They'll be coming for me now.
You have no idea what happened.
Well, that's got the benefit of being true.
If anyone brings you small flechettes from bodies outside,
Okay.
the Inquisition might have weapons of such development, and maybe they're taking advantage of the... I'm trying to salvage what I can.
Okay.
That is the best I can think of.
And what if it's someone from the Inquisition that brings it to me?
Then they'll be just as confused as you are.
And how am I supposed to know that the Inquisition has these dark
Because
things?
you're a powerful man who has who knows what kind of connections and agents placed wherever. Look, when I came in and talked to you, I told you a few things that were true, and then I spun some real good yarn out of it to make it look like I knew a lot more than I did, didn't I? You didn't know for sure what I did or didn't know about. What I could or couldn't do for you, right?
So you're saying be more like you?
You're gonna have to play the same game with them, keep them guessing. It's
Okay.
not ideal.
Okay.
I don't know what happened either, but
Okay.
that's the best I can think of right now to salvage it, other than saying you have no idea and moving everybody out of the tower.
Okay.
But I think losing the tower puts you in an even more vulnerable position than you were.
You think?
Now, that being said, as soon as you can, you should probably relocate to not the cloister.
Okay.
You personally should probably not be bodily available in the cloister, given what just happened. But
Okay.
that's what I know about what's going on. That would be my recommended course of action.
Well, I can't do that right now.
I understand, absolutely. Do you have any way of contacting me remotely?
Just admit it, buddy.
He stands up, goes around his desk, sort of stands there for a second, just staring at you. Better not be just a game.
Trust me, it stopped being a game a while ago.
He turns a ring around, and it out of the piece that is now in his palm, it morphs and reforms into a key that he puts into the lock.
Mm-hmm.
His desk, turns it, and opens it.
Oh yeah, magic is only for you.
And your detect magic is going
Oh yeah.
going wild at this point, because that desk drawer is a lot deeper than it should be. And he reaches in up to his shoulder and pulls out a pair of sending stones.
Okay.
And then he closes the lock. Emergencies only.
That's what I was about to
And
say.
he tosses it
Yep,
to you.
I'll take it. If anything goes wrong here and you need an extraction, or you need to remove anyone from the tower, let me know. I'm going to go see about deactivating any other potential surprises that might be here.
Nobody else can get in.
Not right now.
Okay.
but that's only making it look more and more suspicious. Again,
yeah,
the only advantage is you're all as locked in here as they are locked out, so who's really in charge here? I would do your best to look just as confused as everyone else, which shouldn't be hard, because you
won't
are.
Be hard. That won't be hard at all.
Yeah, I will... There is a chance that the person who responds on the other end may not be me, it might be an associate. Some of our more protected areas will prevent this from working.
Okay.
So if it's not me, just know it's...
Someone you trust?
Yeah, I will have left it with an associate who could relay messages. That way, if anything happens we need to act on, we can respond quickly.
Okay.
Good luck. This is a valuable position to hold, but if you can't hold it, it's not valuable enough to lose your life or burn all your resources on.
I think I understand that.
Keeping a foothold in the cloister is important. Don't give it up too easily. But it's not so important that we need to throw everything we have and play all the cards we have just to hold it. If you need to, pull back. Just don't give it up easy, because it will be harder to take afterwards.
Understood.
And we'll be in touch. It's a hell of a day.
It's nighttime, right? Because you guys were eating dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna head up to the bridge.
All right. So as you step out, the one has got like a bit of rag sort of stuffed in his nose. It is still like blood red, but it doesn't seem to be dripping. That was really weird. That door normally just opens.
Yeah, I understand. It's going around.
Did you run into one down?
Oh yeah, they're all that way. I managed to pry one open, but only long enough to slip through, and it nearly caught me on the way through.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Well,
yeah. Well,
it's
feel
not just here. That's
feel better, and I'll like give him a little tap on the shoulder, like, oh, feel better, and I'll use lay on hands to heal him one point.
It's like, yeah, I think it's just about stop.
And I'm gonna go to the cupboard that we've used for
back down the stairs to the cupboard, and then back up the stairs. That does take you about 10 minutes, because it's not a small tower. You get to the bridge. What are you doing?
Seabiscuit.
Affirmative.
Who activated the weapon systems?
Weapons officer Yalishi.
Seabiscuit, can I get a list of the current crew and roles assigned to them?
Captain Lucas Shadowkeeper. Engineer Killian Arkwright. Science Officer Artemis Son of None. Weapons Officer Simi Yalishi. Crewman Dominic Bramblepatch.
Branch.
Bramble Branch.
He's having issues with
It's just names.
Yep.
Seabiscuit, can we enter? We need to power down everything except core functions, and we need to deploy passive countermeasures to ensure that the critical systems of the vessel are not compromised or tampered with.
The cybersecurity suite, please.
No, you can't shut me down
Biscuit going,
again.
the fuck?
Please confirm placing weapon systems offline.
Affirmative.
You
Please.
sank my battleship.
He's not the captain.
Please confirm placing life support system offline.
See, additional query, additional clarification, Seabiscuit. Are life support systems currently functional?
At 75%. Analysis indicates not required for this planet.
Then, it's a weird word. Then yes, let's power those down as well.
What else were you asking for? You were asking for the weapons offline.
Basically everything except the bare minimum to keep the system online.
What about
Okay.
the lift?
It would have to leave that one on.
Clarification: command pathways to core systems only.
Affirmative.
System now operating at what do they call it? System now operating at station keeping mode.
Standby
Okay.
level
Power
saving
Power saving mode.
Seabiscuit, do we have countermeasures to disguise or obfuscate the nature of this vessel and its systems?
Active camouflage disabled. Per engineer's request.
Do we have other systems that are not active camouflage for deterring tampering?
Error. Unknown query.
It just shocks the whole hull.
Seabiscuit, are the active systems protected from external and internal tampering?
Affirmative. Access codes required.
Seabiscuit, what authorization is required to appoint new members of crew?
Yeah, Keith.
Yeah. So that's.
That's a question.
Active crew can activate crew.
It's like a plague if you catch it from somebody who has it.
Then you go unconscious.
Apparently. You eat dirt.
Active officers may assign new crew roles. Interacting with core systems may. How do I say this? Interacting with core systems may activate roles.
All right. Seabiscuit, can we freeze all new crew member additions until authorization from the captain?
Clarification: do you wish to disable? System interactions?
Affirmative, with the exception of existing crew members.
Acknowledged. Input security code.
4-digit passcode.
Code accepted.
All right, Seabiscuit, can we seal off the bridge from non-crew member access?
I did that already.
Does it prompt me for a passcode?
It does.
Okay, yeah,
actually.
I'm gonna put it in. That's fine.
Bridge access secured.
All right. Knowing that this will bring up a code and I'll have to put in my security pin again, that's fine. Seabiscuit, set a 2-hour timer to lift the lockdown on all entry and exit points, with the exception of the bridge.
Affirmative.
Does that unlock the brig? Just a thought.
Okay.
And then Seabiscuit, lift the lock. Well, oh no, because I told it to lift the lock down on the door to Rosk's office, but I didn't give it a conditional. I just said lift it. So that one's okay. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it still has its arcane lock on.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise the lockdown is.
Seabiscuit, release the lockdown from whatever the how to describe the door that leads to the top of the tower, the outside.
Affirmative.
Okay, that should keep us safe for a while. And I'm gonna head out onto the top of the tower.
All right. You head up onto the top of the tower, glancing around. It is sort of starting to get late in the day, so the shadows are long as you look down. The crowd, if anything, has grown at the base of the tower. The little cadre of people around Corel has grown. And there might be a little bit more light around her than there should be. On the opposite side of the tower, looking off, you can't see anyone.
Okay. Keith, how tall is this tower?
I knew we were going to get there. It is about 150 feet.
Okay, I was gonna guess 120. So, looking around from the top of the tower, since I don't know exactly how close this is to the exterior walls of the cloister,
it's not very close at all. It is set sort of in central.
If someone were to dive off the top of the tower, could they land outside the cloister?
No.
No. Okay.
Not just physically jumping. You know, if you had some way to enhance your jump, if you had some way to glide,
how enhanced of a jump do I need?
Pretty enhanced.
Oh, Rain, where are you? Just make everybody fly.
I mean, we sometimes have a Lucas for that. She's just not conveniently located next to Killian right now.
So everybody's focused on the tower.
Yeah, everyone is focused on the base of the
Whatever
tower.
6th level.
No one is looking at the top.
But they're not even like completely around the tower. They're focused on like one.
I mean, their focus is at the entrances, and there's entrances basically. They're not exactly lined up with cardinal directions, but think of them in cardinal directions. So there's 4 entrances, one on each side. So there are groups at like all of those entrances trying to get in. There's some at some of the windows trying to get prise those open and get in that way. There are some that have there is the lower entryway that goes into the dungeons, sort of exterior stairwell down. There are people there lined up in the stairwell trying to get in that place as well.
So what I'm hearing is if I were to jump off this tower, there's nowhere I could land that they would not notice me.
Probably not. Not if you're just jumping straight off, no.
How much lateral movement do I need, Keith?
I mean, what are you trying to do?
I mean, Killian is thinking I need to get out of here without being noticed. Without drawing attention to myself.
People being like, you in and you can't.
Yeah, or like people knowing that I'm outside the cloister or that I jumped off the tower or whatever. So Killian's trying to gauge, like, assuming sticking the landing was not a problem, how much distance out from the tower do I need to land in an area that should be secluded?
It's
because I have options, but I don't know how much.
It's probably a good 100 yards to the wall.
Is there anywhere secluded I could land inside the cloister?
I mean, maybe there are buildings not like adjoining the tower. The tower is its own thing, but there are dormitories and other buildings sort of adjacent to it that might give you some cover to, like, maybe land on and roll down the other side.
Okay.
if you were so inclined to do that. I mean, it doesn't. Most of them are the opposite direction of any like established gates. So you're going deeper into the cloister.
In that case, I'm gonna look for a place at the base of the tower that doesn't have people in the way.
Okay.
And Killian is going to activate one of the abilities of the particular suit of armor I'm using and cast greater invisibility on himself through the armor.
Okay.
And then with Featherfall, I'm going to leap off the building and hopefully land not on top of someone and invisible.
Okay. How long does greater invisibility last?
1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay. And Featherfall lets you drift
60 feet.
60 feet
Every time.
around.
Yep. So it takes at least 2 rounds for me to get to the bottom.
2 rounds to get
But
to
that's
the
only
bottom.
12 seconds.
Yep. 12 seconds out of your
Minute.
minute. However,
there is a chance that she who must not be named can
Has
see
it.
magic.
Or she hasn't already spotted him because he's out there. Just
True.
Yeah, just up on the tower.
okay.
Reasonably positive she can.
yeah, that's same. Yeah.
All right. So, odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
shouldn't have been able to just
As you're sort of drifting down, there is a small group of people that pass directly below you, but they keep moving. They don't stop, so they just pass below you and are out of the way by the time you land. You look around. No one seems to have noticed you, and you head out.
If I don't have enough time to get to out one of the gates, I will find a little secluded
Okay.
section to drop invisibility and then head out from there.
Okay. Make me a stealth roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this I can do.
Just
Don't mind me just stab.
23.
23? Okay.
It's adorable.
Are you looking at a map of Eberron?
He is.
I forgot I had this in here. Sorry.
You don't have quite enough time to get to the gate. You can get close, and there are a couple of spots that are secluded enough that it won't look odd if you just sort of pop out of them. You still have your detect magic up. Okay. As you're making your way to one of these secluded spots, you get a sense of being watched. And you look around, and there's this glow of magic sort of over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And it is something that is not visible there, but it's there. And it's looking, you get a sense that it's looking right at you, that it's following along, and it's tracking you.
But it might not be able to see me because I'm still invisible. Right? I am still invisible.
You are still
So
invisible.
yeah, so unless it can see invisible things, that's okay. I'm gonna reach out and touch it and cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. Give me a second here.
Does that work?
Depends on the
Depends on.
yeah. If it is of 4th level or higher, I have to make an ability check to see if I can dispel it.
So kind
And the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah. And that's the thing I'm not 100% on.
Which part?
Someone is using a magical sensor to watch me. The question is, what spell level would it be at?
Is it magic eye?
Magical sight itself isn't magical if
No,
it has
this is
like
a
true
sensor.
sight. Oh, it's a sensor?
It could be scrying.
Okay, let me ask. You don't have to say this, Keith, but is it like scrying?
For reference, scrying is 5th level.
So that'd be at least 15.
Yeah.
If that's what it is.
Well, that what is the DC to avoid scrying?
Well, he's trying to dispel magic.
Oh, it would be you would have to cast it at 5th level, if it is scrying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I don't know. Hold
5th
on.
level, or I have to make the roll.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can dispel the sensor, can you?
You should be able to.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure. I've used it that way in the past for other things.
Okay.
Granted, I could also have been doing things wrong.
Yeah, any creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Okay.
The trick is knowing it's there.
Yes. Unless it's not scrying.
Well,
So I do need you to make the roll to dispel it.
okay.
This
Just
will
to
take
be
you out
just
of
to be
greater
clear, this is a
visibility.
magical effect.
I know it won't.
Yes. Okay.
This would take him out of invisibility.
No,
But not greater invisibility,
Oh, this is
which is
greater.
what I have.
Oh, I thought it was okay. That makes sense.
I don't know if that's enough. Is it?
That's
No,
a 16.
Is it?
With my bonuses, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Because it is based
Isn't
on
your
the level of
spellcasting
the
modifier?
spell and not the spellcasting modifier, the scrying sensor.
I get to use my proficiency and my intelligence for
Ah,
that
okay,
for
I
my
was-
class. So that's why I'm like, with my bonus. Okay.
But now you know you're on a ticking clock.
Yep. I mean, that's fine. I mostly just don't want it to see me become not invisible or become visible.
Okay.
So
All right. So what you doing at this point?
same plan as before. Secluded place. Drop the invisibility. Come out. Head out the gate.
You do get to your secluded place, drop your invisibility, heading out. The gates, they've got token guard, but again, they're mostly trying to keep people out.
And there's a pile of bodies everywhere.
Mostly not trying to keep people in. So there is one guard that sort of glances at you as you pass by them.
I'm not even gonna. I'm just
Yeah.
walking with a purpose.
All right. Cool. For the rest of you, you do arrive at Cassius's manor about this point. You are ushered right in through the gate. They don't even stop you. They do sort of look at the two
Newcomers.
the two newcomers with you.
I nod in sort of a thing. He's like, "They're with us."
Okay. So you head right on in. You pop up onto the porch. And this is, I think, maybe the first time you guys have been on the porch that magic has not been blocked.
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
I'm going to just have my sunblade just ready.
Okay. Because he dropped it the last time you guys were here.
Right.
Because he thought.
But I assume, like a normal, sane person, you would
You put
reactivate
it back up.
it. Yeah.
You turned the generator back on.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys do that. You're on your way there. And
Yep.
that's where we're going to leave it for the night. Because we are at almost 3 hours. So that will be where we pick things up next week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There were some shenanigans. I think I had a lot of fun. I think these guys had a lot of fun. And we will be back next week to see how things turn out for our intrepid party of adventurers. Few quick reminders on the way out the door. Thank you guys for being here, first of all. Hope you'll come back and see us next week. You can find all of our video content out on YouTube, that one over there. We do put all of our video content out there. Usually I try to do it the week of, sometimes I miss a week. We are currently caught up, so this one should show up this week. Once you're over there, if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe, turn on the notifications, and you'll know when I put it up. You can hold me to account. We do also have our Discord server up and running. We use that to let you guys know when the schedule changes, if it changes. We just do this for fun, and sometimes real life intervenes. Holidays happen, people get sick, any number of reasons we would need to cancel or postpone a session. We will let you guys know on the Discord server, so be sure you are checking that out. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Come back and see us next week. Until then, remember,
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.
Let's see who's a